I was going crazy for a minute and I was like, oh my gosh, why does my camera keep turning off? Guys, it's because I'm blinking. That's so embarrassing. Anyways, hello friends, welcome back to my channel. January was actually a dumpster fire, so I only read 4 books this month. Completely understandable with the state of the world, if I'm being real. I just couldn't focus on anything. So let's talk about the books that I did finish. I kicked off the year reading the Diarco Mafia duet. Oh, I loved it. This duet is a Why Choose Mafia romance. When I tell you that I ate it up, I did. I devoured it. It was delicious. The Diarco Mafia duet was so good. I read Liar Liar Part 1 and 2. So book 1 follows, what's her name? But why am I drawing a blank on her name? Jordan. Jordan basically raised her younger sister. Even though her mom was around, her mom just had like a revolving door of men going in and out of the house. So Jordan protected and took care of her younger sister, shielded her from all of the crap that was going on at home. And then one day her sister goes missing. She is quite literally on the hunt for her sister, as any sibling would be. The man that Jordan's mom is currently seeing lets slip that she's basically been sold. Yeah. So now Jordan is trying to find information anywhere she can about her sister and who she could have been sold to. So Jordan ends up getting a job at the brothel that her best friend works at. And when she goes in for her first day, she's willing to do anything to get information to find where her sister could be. Now, of course, on her first day, can you guess who walks in? Our man Enzo walks in. Enzo is the leader of a mafia family. As soon as he walks in there and he's looking at all the girls, and then he immediately sees Jordan, and he's like, yeah, she's the one I want. They end up going to the back room. Their first interaction is actually quite cute. There ends up being a knock on the door. She opens the door. Let's just say Enzo pays extra for his bodyguard to watch what's going on between them. Honestly, the night does not end as Jordan plans. She was expecting to get some kind of information on maybe where her sister could be, but instead she ends up in the lap of his bodyguard, completely sobbing, and he's like comforting her. So she's under the impression that she's never gonna see those men again, that they are not gonna want to come back to see her because of how emotional that she got. But of course they do indeed go back, and when they go back, they actually offer her a job. But she kind of fucks it up by following them when she's not supposed to. Things get crazy. She ends up having to get put to the test to become one of them. And let's just say she has to endure some not so pleasant things by his enforcer. But we like the enforcer because he's fine. Honestly, this was just a really fun read. Our FMC is a plus-size, snarky woman, and I absolutely ate that up. Overall, I really enjoyed both of these books. The first one I rated a 4.5, and the second book I rated a 4. I would definitely recommend. I actually made a video reviewing this duet. It's on TikTok and it's also on my shorts. So if you wanted to see a full review on that, you can go check that out over there. So while I was reading Liar Liar Book 2, I decided to also listen to an audiobook. So I picked up Hitched by Lauren Beale on Spotify. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so fun. This is a dark hitchhiker romance. You heard me right. Dark hitchhiker romance. I never thought I would read a book like that before, but here I am. It was dark. When I mean dark, I mean dark. I mean the MMC was not morally gray. No. The MMC was morally black. Yeah, he was an escaped prisoner. Yeah. Crazy. I know. Wild. But I ate it up. Hurt my nose. Oh my gosh. So this story actually follows our MMC Lex, who is an escaped prisoner and is basically on the side of the road trying to hitchhike. He's out there. He's in the streets trying to hitchhike, okay? And of course, who stops the car? Our FMC, our sweet innocent FMC, Selena. She stops the car and is like offering this dude a ride. And literally everything inside of her is like, girl, what are you doing? You should not be stopping the car. What does she do? She stops the car, okay? She stops the car. She ends up realizing really quickly that she fucked up because she's getting carjacked. Yeah, and kind of held hostage. Yeah, I know, crazy. Honestly, this book was really wild, but also really spicy, and it was just a good time. I had a fun time listening to it. And, guys, it's narrated by Teddy Hamilton. Oh! If you're an audiobook girly, you know. You know, we love Teddy Hamilton, okay? He does such a great job narrating. So good, and it's a duet narration, so... And the narrator for the FMC, she was good. I really enjoyed her. Angelina? Roca or Rocca? Wait. It's R-O-C-C-A. Rocca? It's Rocca. But they both did such a great job narrating this story. I was in it. I was soaking up. I was enjoying it. I was having a great time. This audiobook I gave 4 stars, and I also have a dedicated review for this one as well on my TikTok and in my shorts. Lastly, I read A Pack for Autumn by Amelia Emerson. This was also a really enjoyable read. So for the end of the month, I wanted to like read something nice and cozy to kind of wrap it all up, you know what I mean? So that's why I picked up this book. So it's a small town Omegaverse. This story follows our FMC Olive, who is literally just looking for peace and quiet. She wants to be be secluded and just she wants to keep to herself. So she ends up finding a job in Starlight Grove as their lighthouse keeper, and her immediate thought is like, this is perfect. There's a little cottage attached to the lighthouse. It's secluded. Like, I'm gonna have all the quiet space that I need. Little does she know, the town is super eccentric and everybody knows everybody's business in this town. And then what happens when the town wins a grant for a lighthouse restoration? That means Olive has to let a bunch of contractors into her space. And of course the contractors are 3 fine alphas, okay? So we have Easton. Easton is our big clumsy alpha that is a sweetheart, but also was low-key stalking her before they ended up getting the grant. He will swear up and down that he was not stalking her, that he just wanted to see her. But we know he was. And then we have Lars. Lars is our protective big Viking. We love Lars. And then lastly, we have Finn. Finn I wanted to fight in the beginning, but I love him at the end of the day, so it's fine. Finn has like a hidden pain that pretty much matches Olive's. And did I mention that Olive's an Omega? With these big 3 alphas in her space, trying to court her, trying to show her that, hey, we want you to be a part of our pack. It's just a lot for Olive, and then everybody has secrets, and it's just like a whole thing. But I did actually enjoy this book. I was really hoping for more plot, but it's okay. I still enjoyed it. It was still a fun read. So if you like a lot of spice and if you like the vibes of Stars Hollow in Gilmore Girls, I think you'll really like this story, because the whole town, everywhere from like the townspeople to the mayor to everything about it, just reminded me of Stars Hollow. So that definitely helped add to making it feel more cozy for me. But I did enjoy it. It was fun. I rated this 3 stars, so I do recommend it. Okay, now that we talked about all the books that I did read, let's talk about what I want to read. Guys, I am a mood reader through and through. I can set a TBR. I'm not following it. I'm not following it. If I try to set a whole entire TBR, I will disappoint you. Every time. Every time. Hear me out though, I'm gonna just fly off the rails and read whatever the heck I want this month, as I always do. However, I have 3 categories that I would like to read books from, okay? So I really want to pick 1 book from my blind date with a book TBR. I want to pick 1 book that I've really been wanting to read, that I've been putting off, and then I want to read at least 1 classic this month. So let's start with my blind date with a book. Why don't we? Can you guys see it? I have my cup. Okay, I'm gonna pick 1 book. ASMR. Okay, ready? Okay, I have it. What number is that? What number is that? Tell me. Huh? I can't see. Oh, okay, 7. Can you guys see that? I can't see. Can you see it? I don't know. Alright, so book number 7. On the back, I have like tropes, themes, things like that. Okay, the rules with my blind date with a book TBR is that I pick 1 card, it has a number on the front, and then tropes and themes on the back. If I read it and I'm just like, not really in the mood, I'm allowed to put it to the side and pick 1 more, and then I have to pick between the 2, whichever one seems more interesting to me. That's how I'm doing it, because I'm a mood reader. Tropes/themes are dark romance, nothing is as it seems, spicy, plot twist, suspense. That sounds completely up my alley, so I'm gonna read it. LOL, it's right here. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, you guys are gonna have to tell me what it is. I'm closing my eyes. Okay. What is it? Ooh, Pen Pal! I really want to read this. I'm actually... Wait. I was literally just thinking about this book the other day. I think it was meant to be. I am very excited. I am definitely reading this month. I actually have no idea what this book is about. Should I do a reading vlog for this? I think I'm gonna do a reading vlog for this one. We'll see. So next up is a book I've been really wanting to read. Okay, so I actually have 2 books that I've really been wanting to read. So the first one is Saving Jacob by Tessa Stone. This is book 3 in her Fated Mate series. It's a dark paranormal romance. I'm so excited. I really enjoyed the first 2 books and I highly recommend this series so far. I am having such a good time. So I'm very excited about this one. I really want to read it. So it's going on the February TBR. And then next up is Phantom by H.D. Carlton. I mentioned this in my last video, how this was my most anticipated release of this year, so I'm definitely reading that this month. My last and final category is the classic that I'm going to read this month. So I couldn't decide which classic I wanted to read this month, so I put up a poll on my Instagram. Let's go check it, because it's currently 12 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so I had 3 options. The first one was The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I low-key wanted to read that one first, now that I'm looking at the results. And then I have Dracula or Frankenstein. Dracula won by a landslide, so we're gonna read Dracula this month. Okay guys, that's it for this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!